Hey everyone, welcome back. In this Postman tutorial, I'm going to discuss more about the end-to-end automated API test case and what exactly we are going to verify and how we are going to store the variables of the things that we want to verify and validate in our actual test, right? So we were creating this issue type story, and now if I go to the body here of the story, or basically what all values we are passing, so we can basically validate that when the actual story gets created after we send this particular create issue type story request post call, then whatever random phrase we are passing is actually matching when we do a get call of that same issue that got created, and the text should match, right? So it's a good idea to store it in some sort of variable before the request gets passed, and then we can use that variable to match the actual title of the issue that got created after this call got triggered. Then we have these issue ID, account ID, and project ID already stored, right? We have stored them into the collection variable already as part of these calls, the get calls previously. So we can directly use them. So let's see how you can basically, for example, there is a situation here where we are using the random phrase, right? And how we can basically use or store this random phrase before we send this particular request, right? So how we can do it? We know that pre-request script, whatever you write in pre-request script will happen prior to the request is sent, right? So if we generate a random phrase in the pre-request script or prior to sending it, and then store that particular random phrase in a variable and use that variable instead of directly using this random phrase here, that will work, right? So in order to define that, what we can do is we can go to the pre-request script, okay, and we can say pm dot collection variables, okay, and then you say dot, you have a method replace in, okay. So if we simply use the method replace in, then we can basically use any template there, okay. So basically I can say, okay, random, so it's a string, okay, it's a template, so let me put it in the double quotes there, okay. So I can basically define it something like that, okay. So I can say, okay, dollar random phrase, okay. So now whatever random phrase will be generated, it will be basically stored as a collection variable, right? So it won't be stored as a collection variable, but we can basically then store this collection variable and use this method replace in. So it replaces all variable with names with their values in the given template, okay. So we can basically define a variable. All right, so I can say, okay, I just want to define a variable title, and then when we use replace in, this random phrase will be generated and the title will hold that, okay. So now that title will be holding that particular random phrase that gets generated with this replace in method. Now I can store this, whatever value is there in the title, as a collection variable, right? So now I can use the same collection variable dot set method, okay, and then give the name of the title, right? So I'll say, in this case, I'll say issue title, which will be the name of the title. So I'll say issue title, right? And this is the name of the variable. And what value do you want to assign to this issue title? Whatever value is being generated by this random phrase, by this replace in, with the help of this function here. So pm.collection variable dot replace in, that will get stored into the title, and this title is what I'm going to store here, okay, in the issue title. All right, so if I save this now, okay, and let me see if there is any collection variable issue title there. I think I did it before, so let me delete it and I'll show you. So we have issue phrase, we have issue title, so I've removed these two, okay, and I'll save it. Let me run this, and then we'll see that issue title got created and the title basically got stored there, okay. So you'll see this is the issue title that got created, okay, and the com bandwidth is down. This whole text that you see here is what you will see, or this is the random text that got generated, okay. Now this is actually stored in the collection variable. So now what I can do, post request, so this request has been sent, right? Now this request has been sent, the issue got created. Now when we'll do the get call, okay, in the get call with this issue ID, I should be able to see the title of that particular issue. Okay, so if I go and refresh here or go back to all issues, you will see the issue got created with the number 151. Okay, so let me see. If we refresh, you'll see this 151 got created, right? And this has, so let me cross check that it's actually, yeah, it's 151. And what exactly did it store in the collection? The COM bandwidth is down. Let me copy it, right? So you'll see that COM bandwidth is down, and then that whole text, right? So this should be the title of the issue that got created. Okay, sorry, okay, the problem here is this got created, all right, but I haven't done those changes in the request when I ran it, right? So in the create issue type story, okay, this is one of the very critical things that I missed there. So in the request, I have stored this issue title here. Okay, so issue title or whatever title got created or generated with this random phrase is actually stored in the collection variable issue title, but actually in body I am still using this random phrase. So this random phrase will be different. I have to refer to the variable that I have actually stored in the collection variable. So how will I refer? With the similar structure, right? So I will simply use the double, remove everything, okay, double curly braces, and then use issue title, right? So issue title is what I have created as a collection variable from the pre-request script and stored a random phrase there. Okay, so now in the summary I'll refer to this issue title instead of random phrase here. Okay, that was the whole purpose. So create the random value in the pre-request script. If you have to ensure that whatever random values you are generating, you are going to validate them in the response, then create those in the pre-request script, store them as a collection variable, global variable, whatever is relevant for your scenario or test scenario, right? I'm storing them in the collection variable because this is relevant to this particular collection. So, and then I'm referring to this issue title in the body. Okay, so now if I'll send this particular request again, a new issue will get created. Okay, so at the moment it's 151. Okay, let me send this. 152 got created. I'll go to the console. Okay, let me open the last request here, and here you can check as well, right? What exactly got sent into the request body, right? So you will see at the top we have the header, so you can see what all got sent into the header, what went into the body, if there is any payload, that is basically the JSON. So what exactly got as ID, as the reporter ID, as the issue type ID, and what was the summary that was sent. Okay, so this should be exact summary that got sent, and this should be stored in the variable as well, right? So if you go to the collection, we'll see here in the variables, let me minimize it, you'll see if we input the driver, right? So this is the same text that we are seeing in the console as well. Now the issue 152 should be having this particular summary as well. So if we go to JIRA, okay, I'll refresh this page, and you will see that here we have this ZCSP 152 and similar text that has been sent into the request of the create issue, and this is same text that is stored into the variable as well, right? Now when I will move further with my test case, okay, and I will put more validations in the test case. How? I'll have another call which is get issue, right? So I'll do one more thing, that in the create issue, right, I have to store this key as well, okay, or the ID as well, so that I can use this key or ID in the next call, which is get issue, and ensure that get issue call fetches me the detail of the issue that got created, right? So this is the issue that got created with key 152. When I'll fetch the details of this particular issue, then I should be able to see the exact details, basically whatever ID I have passed, whatever story type or whatever issue type I have passed, and whatever description that I have passed or the title that I have passed in the create call. In the get call, when I do this get issue, I should be able to see all those details in the response as well. So this is what we are going to understand in the next video, wherein I'll fetch these details, so key and ID, store it in a collection variable. Then I'll have another call, which is the get issue call, to fetch the exact issue that got created as part of this create issue type post call. And Then finally, our end-to-end test of create issue story or automation of this whole test will be done, including all of the chaining that is required in your real-time projects. Okay, so that's all for this video. I hope this was helpful. Thank you very much for watching.